Yes, you are first, Jam House. I'm checking real quick. Make sure I have a good live, strong feed. Hello, YouTube, Anime, World Gaming, Vlogs, and more. Blue Eyes, there's a meaning. Is there a meaning to life or isn't there a meaning to life? You tell me. I want your output. You tell me what the meaning of life is, and I'm going to tell you you're wrong. Now, it would seem that I have the wrong account here. Unfortunately, sometimes I can't keep track of the accounts I have, so I have the wrong account on this phone, because this is the other phone, or one of the other phones. FYI. Okay. I'm still working on it. I have to make sure I can see the full chat before I go active completely, even though I'm already completely active, but I'm an idiot, so it doesn't matter anyway, right? Y'all gonna get along with that, right? You understand? Okay, it says I have 9 watching, so now I need to activate that so I can read it, and we're good. All right. So, how's everyone tonight? Jamhouse, your Flippy bot has upset me. It stole a little bit of my tracks from me, but then it gave me 500,000 tracks later. And then, as I knew it would, it took away our bank heist. It completely wiped us out, man. It killed us, okay? There's something wrong with that bot, man. I'm not into bots, okay? I'm not even into bot dolls. I mean, if you got a Suck Me Silly Sally blow-up doll, a tire patch kit, maybe some sandpaper to make it a little rougher and be a little more coarse like old... Fifth Street Helen and stuff, that's okay. But that bot is just cruel. Ken's Vlogs, hello, how are you? Let me see what we got here. Ken's Vlogs, of course you are a moderator on my channel because most people who have any amount of content will become a mod on my channel. The Real Brooklyn, of course you also have a moderator. You're going to notice something strange on my channel. There's a lot of blue people, and then there's a lot of not blue people. And if you're down with it, hey, there's a reason for that. Because we've had issues in the past with some of the trolls that are carrying a wrench that I'm not really aware that they're trolls without checking. They have a tendency to go back on the chat, the live chat, and touch your avatar and remove you. So we're going to try to protect everyone, okay? I will, of course, in the next few days, only have a few moderators on my channel. If you want to be a moderator on this channel, you got to earn it later. Right now, you get it. It's everyone's game. Everyone gets one. It's a game of chess I'm playing. Now, I'm already sure of a few moderators that will keep their moderator. And I'm also sure of a few moderators who won't have their moderator later. That's no big deal. You can bite me if you don't like it. And if you don't like it and you leave, that's okay. But if you leave without losing your moderator, that means you're a chicken shit son of a bitch. Okay? You don't want to hear the truth. Because you don't know who it is. You don't know who's going to lose their moderator here. You have no clue. Don't feel that I'm pointing a finger at anyone specific, because I'm not. I will do it at my own leisure. It's my channel, for crying out loud. And Flippy Bot, you took everything. Anyway. So what's going on, folks? You can hit the thumbs up, not hit the thumbs up. It doesn't matter. I've already got enough thumbs up to give me a Woody. And as you know, I've already told everyone the last couple days that I sit here in a shirt. A shirt. There's nothing on below my waist. That's right. There's a man banana hanging out over the chair. Or is there? Well, let's find out. Here we go. You better close your eyes. Oh, sorry. I'm wearing pants. So I guess I did lie to people, huh? I'm not sitting here in the nude with just a shirt on and a hat and glasses. But that was all part of the funny. Because I don't do this for the money. I do this for the funny. Well, I'm not seeing any messages on here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there they are. Holy shit. I don't know what happened. Skunkwater. Yeah, that's a troll name. But I will check your channel out just because I am courteous. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that either. I guess I'm going to have to check you on another device, Skunkwater. Because evidently it just wants me to delete you for some reason. Let's find out. 34 subscribers. PayPal me at Skunkwater. I am a humanitarian. First, I work with Beware Mouse. Well, Beware Mouse, that's bad enough. That is bad enough. So I know you're a troll. That's okay. I'm going to subscribe to you. Because if you know anything about me, I subscribe to all the troll channels. So you're subscribed to by Bouncer. Now you have 35 subscribers. See, I don't hold no grudges against nobody. You know, all the little games I play and all the little videos I make about other idiots who act like jackasses towards me, that's no big deal. I like everyone, man. The real Rosie Wren, the Star Wars fam. Everyone, if you don't have the real Rosie Wren, the Star Wars fan, as one of your subscriptions, you should. Now, I will warn you. Rosie is different than a lot of channels out there. Rosie is a young lady. She is autistic, and she changes her mind frequently. But that is where it ends. She does a very good job of running her channels, and she's had some big channels. But she gets trolled hard. I am Y-Star. I'm not a troll. Yeah, Yar. You are a troll. I mean, look who you're involved with here. Beware Mouse. But I think I pretty much already... Well, boy, that's an ugly picture. Woo! I'm going to have to get away from that. That scared the living daylights out of me. Let's see. Texas 3. I'll wait to thumb you up until I see G2 take my wrench away. Nobody's going to take your wrench away, man. Unless you want me to, I will. I'll take it away. I mean, I could do that. It's not a big deal. You know, I can remove a wrench, give a wrench. Zombie music, yeah, you got a wrench here. I'm pretty sure I can give at least 1,000 wrenches out. So, Skunkwater, you're a female. Because you called me hun, either that or you got something going on that, you know, maybe you just think I'm a sweet-looking guy and you want to get into my brown eye pie and... What? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Okay. Mary Joanna loves this channel. Mary Joanna, I love you. I've always loved Mary Joanna. The only issue is I don't do it anymore because my lung capacity does not work. Synthesizer. Cabby the King. Huge fan, brother. Cabby the King. Like Cab 7? Or just... I don't know. Let's just go with it. I am a handsome man. Mary Joanna, you are a handsome man. Well, you know, I was a handsome man. Like once a week and stuff when I kind of like don't do anything and I get excited and I have an energy drink or two and then I get in the mirror and I say, man, you're a handsome man. But you see, the problem with looking in the mirror, well, let's put it this way. There is a problem with looking in the mirror. You see, a couple weeks ago, the local police got a phone call that there was a armed threat in my area. So, of course, they went into people's houses without search warrants, and they decided they were going to find this armed threat. And those stupid sons of bitches shot the shit out of my mirror because they saw two guys in the freaking mirror, but they thought it was two perps, whatever you want to call them, with guns, and they started shooting the shit out of the mirror because they're so damn well educated. So there you go. Send a couple cops into see a mirror. They see a couple people that they consider criminals with guns themselves. And then they shoot the shit out of the mirror because they thought those people were pulling the guns on them the same time they were pulling the guns on themselves. So, I mean, in other words, they shot themselves. Isn't that suicide by mirror or something? isn't it necessary for a psychological evaluation to take place? I think if you're going to shoot a mirror because you saw yourself in it pulling a gun on yourself, you need a psychological evaluation. But evidently, according to the local judge, it was justified. They shot each other and themselves in the mirror. They didn't actually shoot each other. They just shot the shit out of a mirror because they saw some kind of criminal with a gun in a mirror. Sasquatch says he knows the meaning of life. Well, tell me the meaning of life. Tell me the meaning of life and win a surprise, because I know the meaning of life, because I have been dead twice, medically dead twice, and I'm still here. So tell me what's going on. Let's go. The meaning of life to live. No. In a way it is, but that's the short form. See, you take shortcuts. Mankind takes shortcuts to everything. And yeah, that is the final outcome. But the meaning of life is not to dwell on death. The meaning of life is just to live. You only live once. And if you come back, you might come back as a slug, a frog, or a dog. So I guess to live is, yeah, you must have evidently read some of my old shit or someone else is repeating it. Because there ain't nobody else out there smart enough to put it out correctly. Energy drink and vodka. Let's see if old Slabby can get wound up tonight. Now that'll tickle your innards. Harmony. Yes, everyone. By the way, there is a wonderful channel out there, and it is called Harmony. And as you can see, she is on my channel. And if you would, I would appreciate it if you would go visit her channel. And if you don't, you can go fuck yourselves. Wait, no, I didn't say that. If you don't, you don't. It's your choice, okay? I'm not going to force you into going to visit anyone's channel, but I would go visit Harmony's channel and make sure you bring the biggest fucking truckload of cookies you can. And excuse my French, but bring the cookies. You bring the cookies, you're going to have a good time. Because as long as Harmony can continue eating some delicious cookies, she'll be fine. Oh, Joe Mama, sup? How you doing, Joe Mama? Whatever's going on, I subbed her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Cannot block me. I will not attempt to block you again, because last time I did, you effed up my channel. You know? You and those old-fashioned 1960s Pentagon computers you got cannot block me are ridiculous. And that's why you're a mod here, and I will not mess with those computers, because for some reason you have a way to stay on the mainframe even after you've been removed. You just come back. Boom, come right back. Boom, come right back. You know, you kind of remind me of Muhammad Ali back when he was fighting Leon Spinks, and old Leon would hit him and Muhammad Ali kept coming back. And Leon would hit him and Muhammad Ali come back. But eventually what happened? Yeah, we won't go there. Jenny O'Brien, hello, good evening, and how are you doing? Bluetooth speaker, that is a bizarre name because I don't believe in Bluetooth, but you know what? Bluetooth, with the name Blue, you have to have a blue wrench on my channel. And there's 50 cents. Look at my avatar. I see it, but you know, my eyesight's not very good, okay? Christy Cheney, hello, dear. It's nice to see you. I had some ice cream for you, but because it took me so long to get my kids out of the kitchen, it melted. So if you would like some milk, I will give you some milk, but no ice cream, because the ice cream melted and it's not milk. So we had 50 cents in here, and if 50 cents was in here, you know Bubbles is here, because Bubbles will do it for 50 cents now. It's 2020, and if you want to blow Bubbles, it's 50 cents. And you know, if you blow Bubbles for 50 cents, I will become a happy potato. That's right. Bubbles will become a happy potato for 50 cents. And I don't want to hear any racism, any hate speech, pedo speech, or any rape volume. I don't want to hear none of it, okay? Because if you do, I will remove your moderator, and I'm talking about me, Bubbles. Bouncer won't have nothing to do with it. He will remove your moderator, and the rest of the moderators will have a party with your ass. Okay, we got that settled. Bye. Well, Bubbles is a little wound up tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sorry. I'd just be careful with the hate speech. the pedo speech, any racism, don't do it. Don't do it. My own personal opinions are unimportant, but my own personal opinions are important to me. No, maybe nobody else. Or your nose will get big. Tell her the truth. Nah, my nose won't get big. It's already big. You want to see? Here, I want to give you a view of my nose. Maybe. I can't see my nose. There. That's a pretty big nose. You know? That nose makes up for a lot of things, like when the old wiener goes limp, that nose is always stiff. So we can ride the lightning all night long, baby. Regardless of what you think of my comments. Bite me. Okay, a shocked insomniac. What the hell? Spooked insomniac. Oh, we got a spooked insomniac. Well, let's see if I can run this up here. It's spooked insomniac. And we will add a moderator to that one. And spooked, I'm going to check your channel out. La, 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 la. And we will do this. Because I like that name. I kind of like that. Well, I kind of like that name. I don't want to. Yeah, 2 subscribers. So that's going to be a good channel in the future. So we got that taken care of. Okay. Synthesizer, blah, blah, blah. Where is my chat? There we are. Evidently, the real Rosie Wren, the Star Wars fan, is gone. I don't know, but I would like you all to check her channel. This young lady tries harder than all of us, okay? She does a very well, she does a good job. Okay, let's just put it that way. She gets trolled by some total idiots who say some things, and she mods them because she's very trusting. I mean, she modded me, for crying out loud. But anyway, the point being is she mods a bunch of people, and then they go and they troll the crap out of her channel and try to get her frustrated, and she has to remove their mod and then either remove them or have someone else remove them. She's gotten pretty good at just removing them completely. They are terrible to her. She is a good person. I mean, to me, maybe I don't know any better, but she's a good person, okay? Wild One, hello. How are you tonight? Coop437, hello, how are you tonight? Yeah, I'm seeing only 11 people here tonight, so I guess I'm gonna have to do something weird like whack my man banana or something live. Let me see what I can do here. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna switch this camera around. You can look at that face for a few minutes. Or seconds. Wow. These bananas are way past whacking. These bananas are kind of getting brown and stuff. Oh, wait, what? Hey, everyone. How you doing? Bubbles. And you know if Bubbles is here, the Happy Potato and the 5-blower Hippo Bubble Blower is here. And yes, Bubbles likes to get blown for 50 cents. But remember, we're not here for Bubbles. We're here just to follow the eagle. Because the eagle knows. And what comes after that?
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? I know y'all missed me, and I was going to make a video earlier, but I had some issues with my bear squatch. It was dripping and leaking everywhere, and I had to get some adult bear diapers to fix the problem. Now, what happened originally is I got hit in the stomach by a car because some people drive like idiots and maniacs. They ran right over me, and I had some gases build up in my gut, so I happened to make bear squatch mess everywhere. But now I've got it plugged. I have a brainwashed shooting chicken troll, a baby Santa troll, and vapor rub. But it's not Vicks, it's just like a vapor rub stuff. And of course you see the Slabby troll next to my squatch, because Slabby can fix anything with his cooking. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. All's better. And don't forget, my favorite shoe, banana, banana, banana. Put it on both ends. Make my bear squatch happy. I'll be back.
Don't ask me where that came from. I don't know what's going on. I got these bananas, though. Bananas. They're a little spotty. I have a feeling they're going to be turned into banana bread tomorrow by Mama Cookie, because if anyone knows anything about Mama Cookie likes to bake. Graveyard resident who woke me up. Well, 9 chances out of 10 it has something to do with this idiot here. And now I'm currently only seeing 5 people on my chat, which means I totally lost the channel. And that means I suck. And that's okay. Because that's okay. Now, I want you all to know that there's channels out there that I like to watch. And I don't care what you think of me or my humor, or if you think I'm an idiot, that's good. I am an idiot, so fuck you. I'm an idiot. There's a channel called Furry Potato. There's a channel called The Real Eric Brandt, or The Eric Brandt Show. There's Otto the Watchdog. There's Joe Cool. There's Chuck Bronson. I don't know, there's so many. Once you watch those, you'll find the other Cop Watch channels. It's important to know that these channels exist and that you have rights above and beyond what you believe you have. The Constitution is still definite. And anyone who makes up rules and laws that contradict the Constitution are committing treason according to the Constitution, which means they're committing a capital felony, be it a judge, a police officer, whoever. If anyone messes with your civil rights, they're messing with your civil rights. And they can be charged with it. They completely lose their ability to protect themselves from that system. Anyway, I just put that out there. There's a couple other amazing channels I'd like to mention tonight. I earlier mentioned Harmony. Go visit Harmony. You might want to visit Jam House, because Jam House is where it's at with me. I like the Jam House channel to mellow out. A lot of music plays regularly. I have nothing bad to say. I don't know, but the answer is 37. You were pretty close, Noli D. The answer was close to 37. It was actually 37.33333. But in general, typical human beings just leave away that 0.33333. Yeah. So 37 will work. What were we talking about? I'm just a head in a jar, floating around an energy drink and brain pee. And when I get naughty, Mommy faces me towards the wall and I can't see what's going around until I have a brain fart and I zip around and I talk to everyone. Synthesizer, have you heard my music yet, Slab? I don't know. Dude, do you realize how many people I visit daily? I mean, I don't want to be rude or nothing, but I will check you out. I always go back, and as anyone here can tell you, is I check their channels out after I leave. If I'm not already a member of their channel, I will be once or twice anyway. And I will invite other friends to do the same, so they might pick up another 10 or 20 people, or 30 or 40 or 100. It depends on how many people I can reach, and how many times I can mention your channel before I am banned or removed from the channel that I'm mentioning it on. This is not a simple project, ladies and gentlemen. This is tough. This is hard. Do you know how depressing it is to be banned 50, 60, 80, 100 times in one day from going to different chats and mentioning other people's channels? Oh, I'm a worn out old man. The meaning of life. Once again, Skunk Water. The meaning of life is not to dwell on the meaning of life, and it's not to dwell on death. It is just to live. That's the meaning of life. Because we're all going to be dirt again sometime, and something's going to come back and take us over. If it's a slug, a bug, a rug, a frog, whatever, dog, who cares? We'll all be back. We might not be on the same echelon that we're on currently, but, be glad you're here now. And, by the way, your body has electrical impulses inside of it, and electricity cannot be destroyed, so you are forever, regardless of what the church says. Or the government. You will never actually be gone.
You will be here forever because you have electrical impulses traveling through your body, and electricity has not yet been we haven't figured out a way to destroy it. So I guess it can't be destroyed. It's continuous. Even if you're that fresh smell we get when it's static electricity, that might be the souls of those people, but they are still there. So there is no such thing as actual death. There's just such thing as changing your location.
Loving life. Yeah, you love life for sure. I have no comment on that, okay? Once again, I told you, I'm not exactly 100% a religious person. I do not fear death. If I feared death, I wouldn't have went into the branch of military that I was in, and I enjoyed that, and I will show you where I was, but I won't tell you what I did. I'll just give you an idea. Energy drink. Okay, so we got that out of the way. And yes, I was in a branch of the Navy, and that's all I'll tell you. Am I still a big guy? Yeah, I'm still a pretty big guy. Am I old? Yeah, I'm old, but I'm very healthy. To my knowledge, I'm very healthy, even though I get tired sometimes. You know, riding Mama Cookie, who's 15 years younger than me, for an hour or two sometimes, it can get tiring, man. You know, it can get tiring, but we don't need to talk about that because we just don't need to talk about that, okay? And maybe I'm just making that shit up. Who knows? It doesn't matter. I don't have to use this. I'm not that big yet. Not that big. We don't need to vapor rub stuff. But, you know, a shoehorn helps now and then. You don't have to thank me for my service. I didn't do it for thanks. I did it to preserve our future and the future of our children, because our children are our future. I don't ever accept notoriety for anything I've done while I was in the service, but I did swear an oath to the United States Constitution, and I still live by that oath today, just so you know. And I haven't changed my tune, and I'm not going to back away, and no one's ever been able to put me in a corner that I can't get out of when it comes to the Constitution or right and wrong, because right and wrong and the Constitution work together synonymously, and they are common sense, plain and simple. There we go. Well, let's see what we got going on here. So how many people have I missed that came in? Yes, I have a smoke synthesizer. I have smoked since I was 12 years old, which was an issue when I got in the military because they made me quit smoking for 6 months before I could go where I went. And I'll be honest, it was harder to quit smoking for 6 months than it was to smoke. And I had phlegm coming out of my lungs, and I was coughing and sneezing. The allergies acted up. But once I stopped smoking for 6 months, I was clear for a while. Probably the reason that I had all the records and running. Well, there was this Kenyan guy who beat me once, but I mean, other than that, I was called John Deere because I ran like a deer, and my first name is John. But then again, I ran in the woods of northern Minnesota and the hills and wherever I could, actually, because you're always running when you're in the woods. I was one of them crazy people. I had to get away from the house, man. I went out in the woods, picked wild asparagus, strawberries, blueberries, cranberries in the bogs, and I had to deal with that big furry fella. And let me tell you something, if he wanted your shit, he was going to take it unless you could run. So I learned to run pretty damn fast. The old driver's ed teacher from my home school said he ain't never seen anyone run like me. And I said, well, that's because the people driving behind the wheel there are just students and they don't know how to drive very fast. He says, yeah, but he said, I looked at the speedometer. He said, you were running a clear 19 to 20. And that wasn't even scared. Anyway, that's not important. Oh, let's see. I'm missing some chat here again. There we go. Jerry Ackler says, Bouncer, stop protecting orange-haired trolls. Baby slab do 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 do, baby slab do 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 do, baby slab do 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 do, baby slab. You see, that's my addiction to the orange-haired troll. It's the baby slab troll. But then there's also this one, which some of you don't like. The Dr. Fish orange-haired troll. Dr. Fish orange-haired troll. You know? Fully protected, by the way. And then there's an orangish red-haired troll. He's a member of the Northman fan club. That's Mark from Fuck the Police. Anyway, there's also the fisherman troll. You don't want to see him? You don't want to see him? Leave. Because I'll keep showing them the more you mention them. And you love them. You know you do, because you're probably a carrot top yourself. Anyway. Nah, I'm just kidding. I won't. CAG, yeah. Trump 2020, everyone. You know, if we had, well, I don't even know how to put this. Well, yeah, I actually do know how to put this. If we had as many positive things happen during the Obama administration, Obama probably would have had a third term, but Obama did nothing but negativity and helped certain people, not everyone. We weren't his people, even though he said my people. We were the outcasts, and everyone else got like a stimulus. They got a stimulus check. Let's stimulate you. Let's give you money because somebody owes you something because of something that happened 400 years ago and blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't fall for that shit, okay? If it happened 400 years ago, it sure as hell doesn't have nothing to do with today. And if it happened 100 years ago, it sure as hell don't have nothing to do with today. Okay? Now, if it happened 97 years ago, it might have had something to do with today. And I'm not being racist about this. I'm just telling you, Obama and Hillary wanted you to lose all of your rights. They wanted us to be sheep. They wanted us to lick their boots. And it didn't happen. And they're upset about it. Because their ultimate plan was hindered by, well, Mr. Trump. And Mr. Trump is a very, very good president. Regardless of what the media says and they only report the bad things that happen or the things that already happened before Trump was a president, and they blame them on Mr. Trump. And 9 chances out of 10, whatever they're blaming Trump for was something Obama did or someone before Obama. But if you look at the positive, you know, Trump's not perfect, okay? Nobody's perfect. And he is a product of his upbringing. And was his upbringing easier than yours or mine? Possibly, but I don't think so. He dealt with a lot of failure in life. And he wasn't a politician. He got into politics to prove a point, just like Ronald Reagan did. You know, and Ronald Reagan was a pretty damn good president. I think he's got a naval ship named after him, as a matter of fact. And I'm pretty sure there'll be a Trump naval ship and other Trump stuff, you know, because President Trump was never a politician prior to that. I mean, he acted, you know, in the political spectrum, if you believe everything you see on TV, like wrestling and stuff, and Trump and McMahon, and, you know, okay, we got that out of us. So who better to have as a person to support the American citizens and the Constitution than President Trump? Let me think. Do we want a politician to do it? You know, someone who's in it for the money and don't have any of their own money? Or do we want President Trump to do it, who already has his own money and has been taking his own pay and giving it away? Gee, let me think. That makes him either nuts or terrible, right? Wrong answer, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump is the best thing to happen to this country as long as I can remember since Reagan. And even then, I think Trump's outdone Reagan. But that's my opinion, okay? I'm not a political person. I don't get into politics, but you are allowed to talk politics on my channel, okay? JC No Limit TV. I'm sorry I missed you there. I had a little bit of a lag. We got you taken care of. JC Nolan 2020. Yep, Mama verified. Boy, you guys are leaving a lot of messages tonight. Lonesome not I. Sometimes I tie my penis in a knot and it's a lonesome not I. But since I've gotten older, it's kind of shrunk up a little bit, just kind of wrinkling, just hangs there and stuff and says, please, dude, don't tie me in a knot and stuff. And I don't. So it's no longer a lonesome not I. But okay. Oh, you're saying you're not lonesome. I'm sorry. I was going somewhere else with that. It's just totally weird. Channel 123. Who is mean, Jerry? What's going on? What did I miss? Jerry Acklin, the meaning of life is not being mean. No, Jerry Acklin. The meaning of life has nothing to do with being mean, being kind, being loving, blah, blah, blah. The meaning of life has to do with not dwelling on death. Don't worry about when you're going to die. Just live while you're alive. As long as you live while you're alive and you're not worried about death all the day, every day, and you're not afraid of everything around you, you're okay. In other words, the meaning of life is just to live, not dwell on death. Okay? A guy named St. Pete told me that when I was 7 years old and I had drowned, okay? Now, I drowned when I was 5 and I drowned when I was 7 and I was brought back and I was gone for 3 minutes and 8 minutes, okay? Now, you'd say, well, maybe there would be some brain damage in your sloppy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we shouldn't be talking to you. Maybe you aren't worth listening to. Yeah, I know. Tell my kids that, okay? Tell my 15-year-old who's doing college courses for his 3rd year, and tell my other 3 children who were 4.29s, 4.28 GPAs, how bad their father is, okay? I'm pretty sure it didn't come from the mothers because it's 2 separate mothers, but only one dad, so that makes me the dude, the main guy. Here's a present for you. You're all number 1. Anyway. Just like all other beings, yet procreate. You know, I've probably got some running around that I'm not aware of, but I'm pretty sure none of them are stupid enough to get in politics. Anyway, I had a stepdad, Nomad. I had a stepdad. Stepdad who threw me off a dock and said, you're going to learn how to swim, and guess what? I was so afraid of my stepdad because I was used to being beaten every day that I didn't even try. They had to pull me out by my hair and bring me back. And I was actually hospitalized and found my little clothes in an iron ore mud puddle color in a little plastic container in the corner because they thought I was going to die. So they left my clothes there thinking that my soul would leave those clothes and come back to my body. And I died, but I came back. The later one was stupidity. I found a bottle of lime-flavored vodka in the back of my buddy's snowmobile in his dad's garage. I drank it, and I decided I was all of a sudden John Wayne, and I was going to go take a piece of rope and wrap it up around a pole sticking out of the side of an iron ore tailings mine, and I fell into a creek face first, and nobody knows how long I was there. I do know that when they found me, I was dead for at least 8 minutes before they brought me back. And that is when I saw the huge door in front of my eyes. Well, it wasn't really a door. It was just like a outline of a door with lights so high up in the sky around me. And I was there and I was told it wasn't my time, that I had something more important to do later in life. And I thought about that and I said, well, I've never really done anything. Recently, I said, I've never really done anything important in my life. And then it came to me. I had my children. I made a family. I did something that was good. So I guess that was what I was there for, you know. I guess I wasn't going to invent a new mousetrap or anything. I guess I was to invent my children, and I did. Jimmy C., hello. How are you? Booze, always a reason. Well, no, it wasn't that. Remember, I was very young. The booze wasn't exactly the reason. The booze, well, yeah, it was in a way. I couldn't control my bodily functions. As a little kid, drinking all that vodka, I fell down the hill and I ended up in the water. Okay, I couldn't get myself out. I was numb. Okay, I was a little kid, man. I was like 45, 50 pounds. I was actually wearing the same size clothes from the 4th grade to the 8th grade because I stunted my growth. I never grew. And then by the 8th grade, next thing you know, I'm 6 foot tall and I'm beating fucking everyone in arm wrestling. The next thing you know, I'm the Iron Range arm wrestling champion. And then I was the state champion. And when I went in the military, I was an arm wrestling champion in the military. Now, those days are long past, so I'm not going to brag about them, but I was good. I'm still pretty strong, I guess. I guess anyone who can pick up the back of a fucking rear-wheel drive vehicle and push it from its front end out of a snowbank is pretty strong. Does it hurt? Yeah, it hurts. Do I think I'm amazing? I have to continue thinking I'm amazing, or I'm going to lose everything I got as far as being amazing. Does it sound insane? Yeah, it sounds insane. It doesn't matter. But as you hear, I don't stutter when I say what I'm speaking about, so you know it actually is based on real events. Yeah, it's based on real events. You know, deal with the fact this boy's been around. Uh-huh. And if you got something bad to say about me, hey, go ahead and say it. I don't give a shit. No big deal. I'm ignoring you anyway. Nah, JC, no limit. I don't want to be president. I'll support the president we have now, but I never want to ever get into politics. Of course, then again, I guess Trump didn't either. I don't believe in politics. I believe that politics are made to hinder everyone. I believe that politics are dirty. I believe that politics are just a way to generate revenue, taxation without representation, and take money away from every one of us. And if every one of us are innocent, they can't get any money, so they got to make us guilty. So they make new laws, new rules, new policies to make the innocent guilty so they can collect more money from us because they are corrupt and getting greedy. But, you know, what do I know? I'm a brain-dead old man that's been drowned twice, right? Shot once, stabbed once, and drowned, well, shot twice, but the shotgun didn't count, and drowned twice. I'm still here. So I guess God has a bigger plan for this toothless old man, huh? Yeah. Still got the scars on my chest from the last 12-gauge shotgun that went into it. They're still there. My mom was picking them son of a bitch and BBs out of my chest when I was a kid. I remember it. Stepdad said he thought I was a grouse, shot me. So as you can see, he didn't exactly love me. I wasn't one of his own. The second time was later. We won't talk about that because that's something that was a lawsuit and such. And as far as the stabbing goes, it was one of his boys that stabbed me in the back of my shoulder, and now I'm currently having issues with it, and I still have a big scar there. Well, I'm a small government guy. I think taxes are theft. Okay. Lonesome not I. Yes, I do think taxes are theft. Why do I think this? Because of one thing and one thing specific. You see, all these people who say, I own my property, I have my property, this is private property. Number one, go to a tax office and look for fucking private property and you won't find any. There is none. Number two, if you don't pay your taxes yearly, you will lose your property. So that means it is never yours. You are paying rent for that property that you think is yours. So suck my big one. Anyway. Any comments? You think you own private property? You think you own property? As long as you pay property taxes, you don't own shit. Nobody does. The government does. And if you don't pay it, they take it. And here's that one thing. Once again, I'm going to mention to you, if you owe $5,000 or more in property taxes, and the government takes your property because you can't afford to pay them property taxes, and they sell that property for, say, $105,000, okay? Now they owe you $100,000, and there is a program out there to let you know they owe you the money. They have always been, they're supposed to pay you back, okay? By law, okay? They're encouraged to, but they give it to their own families. In other words, they are ripping your butt raw because they're not giving you that $100,000. They got over that $105,000 that you owed. And it's supposed to help you. Read the Constitution, okay? If you read the Constitution, you'll understand what I'm saying. I'm not going to explain this to you, but if you ever lost any property to the government, that means you got money coming, because I'll guarantee you they did not sell it. They did not sell it for that few $1,000s you owed in property taxes. The law says they have to sell it for a fair market value, and anything over the taxes has to be given to the original landowner. So if you ever had that happen to you, go get your money. It's still there. I didn't tell you that. probably get shot tomorrow for telling you that. But it's the truth, 100%. And not because I say so, because the law says so, okay? But then again, you give that land away and you forget what you got, and you know what happens. They buy new police cars, new cruisers, new tasers. Let's militarize our police, give them some helmets and some flak jackets and military, you know. Once again, something that the Constitution says is not allowed to happen. The militarization of the police is not allowed to happen in the United States. Well, you go out and look and you tell me that it hasn't. Because nobody said anything. Because there's these scared little snowflakes out there who are like, oh my God, somebody needs to protect my roses. Someone stole one of my roses last night. In the meantime, they're killing somebody else because of why? Their dog barked at them. They yelled at them and told them not to go onto their private property. Or they didn't have a search warrant. Don't come to my house. So we're going to shoot you. So we have a reason. And then the judge will say, well, yeah, that was okay. Everything's good. We got this. Yeah, whatever, whatever. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. The world isn't what you think it is. If you're a snowflake, get the fuck out of here. Snowflakes fucking melt. And I get pretty fucking hot. For instance, in Florida, a lot of land was designated preserved nature. Yeah. Yep, they're going to make shopping malls out of that beautiful national forestry, right? The thing we have here in Pennsylvania is the national forests have not had any upkeep kept in years. They're not upkeeping it, okay? Back in the past, the grounds were pretty good, clean. They actually had people go out and pick trash and mark the trees and clear the trails. They haven't been doing it for years. Why? Because the natural game has disappeared in those areas. You see, the game is in our backyards now. Wherever there's houses, there's game. There's bears, there's deer, there's turkeys, there's rabbits. But when you go out in those woods, there's no game. No game whatsoever. And believe me, I have spent hours and hours and hours in these woods and not seen a living thing other than one thing, which I will not currently speak of. So there is a tribe out there. They are eating well, evidently, and I guess being that there's no other animals in that area, I guess the next thing on the menu is whoever just happens to stumble by that area, And when you disappear, guess what? They don't say you disappeared. They say you got lost. And when they say you got lost and we'll find them and blah, 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 8 months later, everyone forgets about it, so they don't know that you disappeared. They don't even remember that you got lost. But I'm not going to go there. Not tonight. I guess I was supposed to be impressed at how brave they all are. At how brave everyone is. Texas 3. How brave are people? What are you talking about,
Talking about the government.
If you want to talk about the government isn't brave. The government is crooked, man. They make new laws, new policies. They arrest people, pull people over on the highways for the purpose of generating revenue. They steal our money to pay themselves. And I'm sorry, but that can get out of hand. If you get greedy and you want more money, you're going to make up more rules, more laws, and you're going to pull more people over and stop more people and get them into courts or get them into prison systems so the federal government pays your county's prison for having so many people in there. I mean, it's dollars and cents, and it's sick. We're all just a number. And they are making new laws and new rules because they are getting more greedy and they want to criminalize the innocent so that they can get more money because they are 100% greedier than they were. But that's just my opinion. If you can't see it, I can't put it on a dish and hand it to you. If you can see it, then you know what's going on. Then it's time to take a stand and do something about it. Read your Constitution. Know what is right and know what is wrong. Know what you should do and know what you shouldn't do. And once again, as I always say, no hate speech, no pedo speech, no racism. But you can talk about anything else you want. I don't know. Yeah, it took me a second to do that. I was having issues. I had to move from one place to the other, and the lettering wasn't going in. That happens with me a lot. Yeah, that typing was loud. That's what I said. I don't know what's going on. It was buzzing and vibrating and shit. It seems like it's caught up, but let me check. I just might, yeah, there's another buzz. It might just be behind. Oh, that's because the channels that I had subbed to had put a little damper on my channel. There we go. Some Insomniac something is the one that did it. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Let me see. I still hear it. Yep, I still hear it. So we have 11 watching. So that tells you that I have a pretty boring stream tonight. And that's okay. I mean, I'm not going to show you where my waist is, okay? I'm not going to show you the jar of Crisco or the peanut butter that I've just made marshmallow peanut butter. I'm not going to show you that, okay? I'm going to keep that for the dark web. You know? I don't show that kind of stuff on my channel. Not on this one. Kim Pribble, but I see over 50 thumbs up. Well, you know, I had some people in here at one time, but most of them left because I was bantering on, and sometimes the things I say don't make any sense to people, or they don't like what I say because they're fucking snowflakes, and as far as I'm concerned, the fucking snowflakes, well, you come to my house, I'm going to wipe my ass with your face. Because I don't believe in your little liberal tears and your snowflake attitudes. And that's not hate speech. That's honesty. I believe in the United States Constitution. I believe in we the people. I believe in freedom and our rights. I don't care what anyone else wants you to think. Go ahead and watch the mainstream media and let them keep pumping your head full of bullshit. Let them keep pumping you full of lies. When it happens to you, you'll know they're lying. Until it happens to you, you won't have a clue. And that's what they want. Anyway, you know, let's lighten it up a little bit. Energy drink and vodka now. Any jerky left? No jerky. We ate it. And last night we ate a bunch of salmon. Actually, we had Delmonico's on the grill, asparagus and cheese, au gratin potatoes, and the salmon from earlier in the day. The kids gobbled that salmon up. They ate a couple pounds of salmon, smoked salmon. And let me tell you, it turned out really well. It was delicious. I never really get many complaints about my smoked items. I make them naturally. I don't use any chemicals. I don't buy like jerky seasoning, and I don't do that. Okay. I make them myself. I was using brown sugar, regular white salt, white sugar, canning salt sometimes, but I don't really like the canning salt because it makes the meat a little different. A lot of garlic, fresh ground pepper, some lemon juice, occasional soy sauce, which is probably the closest I get to preservatives. I let it soak for 12 to 24 hours, depending how thick it is, and then I put it in the smoker, and I let it hit 300 degrees and drop down to 225, which I will leave it at for 4 hours, and that has been my recipe. So, you know, either you like it or you don't, but you've seen what it looks like, and let me tell you, it tastes better than it looks, and it smells better than it looks. Texas, now you're talking my... Anybody remember Nothing Burger? Even CNN knows they're lying to you. Yeah. Do you remember the worm burgers from old Mickey D's back in the day? You remember when the government you go in a cheese line and they give you this bag of these crispy, crunchy things that look like little pinkish, reddish meat hunks that are dried out? And then when you soak them in water, they look like segments of worms, night crawlers. It was called a protein substitute. Well, I've seen that in the vegetarian burgers. So it's not exactly a vegetarian burger. It's not all soy. They're using worms. And it gives it a special taste, of course, when it's smoked right, I guess. I never actually had a complaint about it, but I have seen those little ridges in the burgers where you see that little bubbly fat spot, and it has lines in it. I want you to know that those little bubbly, well, that's the worms. That's that government protein source that we all need to eat. Because they were trying to figure out another way to take people away from beef. You see, worm protein is life protein. It can keep you alive, okay? Worm protein is good for you. But beef has other things in it that helps your brain grow and your intelligence get better and your body gets stronger, and they don't want that to happen. They don't want you to get stronger. They don't want you to get better, and they don't want you to get smarter. They want you to eat worms, So, I don't know. That's just my opinion, okay? And for those of you that know it's not an opinion, it's a fact. Yes, CNN does use subliminal messages. You are 100% right, Kim. And as a matter of fact, most mainstream media does. And if you'll ever notice anything, if you know anything about the situation that's taking place in the news or you've seen it somewhere else, they always change the meaning in the words. They always try to make it look like somebody did something wrong or whatever they can do to create false drama. In the meantime, when the person they said did this and they did that and the person gets off the hook, you don't hear them putting out an apology for it. They never retract their statements. This guy is accused of raping 3 children and blah, 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 blah. And a week later, they're like, oh, we got the wrong guy. But you know what? They never tell you they had the wrong guy. So this guy's life is ruined because of the mainstream media, and he didn't do shit, and they found out that it was some dude around the corner living down by the river in a van or something, and he was the one messing with the children. But the guy who they accused never gets respected again. He loses his job, nobody says they're sorry, and that is the mainstream media. They are afraid. And how do I know this? Because I've sent plenty of letters to newspapers and the news, and they know what they do? They ignore me. When I knew a judge was being corrupt about my eldest daughter and her mother and blah, 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 and I said, hey, I know what happened. You want to hear this? They didn't want to hear it. They said, we got our story. I said, no, you got the wrong story. They said, no, we got the story we needed. I said, yeah, that's right. You're fake. You're fucking fake. I said, I was the one that was there. You weren't. You're making shit up. Then I had to go to court over it. Of course, I won, but that didn't matter. The point being is I never got an apology, and they never retracted their official statements. And they never will, because they can never be wrong in their own eyes, because that doesn't make good media. But what do I know? I'm just a guy who's sitting here at 19-0 right now without a lawyer. What'd you say, Mama? Mama, you said that red snapper is delicious. There was a point in time when you had a pink snapper, but it ain't pink no more. Just wanted to put that out there. My mind's not in the gutter. I was thinking seafood and stuff, okay? That shit ain't pink. I'm just telling you, it ain't pink no more. It's done changed color. I'm going to get smacked, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get smacked hardcore for this. But she don't realize that shit was pink once. Yeah, it was pink 20 years ago. It was pink. 21 years. 20, 19, 18, it was pink. When I tore that shit up from the floor up, it ain't pink no more. That shit looks like beef jerky without salt. Roasted beef on a taco. It used to look like chipped ham on a taco. Good night, baby slab. I can't believe I just said that. See, it's the energy drink. It makes me evil. It makes me evil, and I say things that I don't even think about before I say them, and I can't stand when that happens because I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth because I'm random. I'm going to get punched in the head or hit with a skillet tonight. I can just see it. I'm going to get hit with a skillet. But Jam House, I know it wasn't right, but the truth, I don't lie, okay? It was truth, okay? It was truth. I wasn't lying about something or making something up. I pay attention. I observe my surroundings, unlike a police officer or a fake detective. I actually know that my surroundings have changed. And if my curtains went from pink to fleshy brown or whatever after a couple of years, I'm going to tell you that it happened. I pay attention to it. And if they turn purple after so long, hey, they turn purple. That's lack of oxygen and getting pounded too hard. I'm not going to lie about it, okay? That's just me. I'm straightforward, I'm honest, and I do not lie. And if anyone can say they ever caught me in a lie, please bring it forward now.
Tell this head in a jar how much he's lied in the past. You see this? These are my subliminal lies. You're afraid now.
Go ahead. I don't care. Ah! We killed everyone! You seen all that happen, right? That was a message. Nomad says his balls sag more. We're all our balls sag more, Nomad. Yeah. Mama's going to wait until the camera's off, Jamhouse. Then she's going to slap me upside the head with a fry pan. I know it. I should probably hide them sons of bitches. There's a couple of them on my stove right now. I could, like, put them on a chair or something on a table. She'll never look there, right? Wait a minute. What a dummy. See? See what happens when people talk to me? They mess things up. Now I gotta hide them somewhere else, like outside and stuff. Damn it. Oh, Nomad's balls are hanging. Mama watched cooking. Mama says, I watch cooking shows making snapper. No comment, Mama. I'm gonna stay out of that one. I need my brain matter in my skull, not on the floor. Because they're going to say, have you lost your mind, Slabby? Pick up those brains. I didn't mean to hit you in the head with that skillet so damn hard, but you didn't have to lose your mind like that. Pick those brains up and stuff them back up in your head, Slabby. I know Mama. I know Mama. I know how it is. No matter what, she can crack my skull up, my brains drop on the floor, I'm going to have to stuff them brains back in my fucking skull. Because if I don't, Mama's going to tell me I lost my mind. And she's going to keep reminding me for years that I lost my mind. And duct tape and super glue don't always fix things, okay? I'm not breaking my hand or skillet on your hard head. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm sorry I was being honest, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes honest isn't exactly politically correct, but being honest is what I know, so that's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm not going to change my personal eyesight beliefs, okay? I'm going to put it that way. What I see. I'm not going to change what I see or what I know for other people, because I think most of us have had similar situations in life where things happen and no one would believe they happen, but damn it, they do, okay? Of course, the brains on the floor thing was kind of a joke. I didn't lose my mind yet. Well, there's a marble over there next to a grape. And there's a raisin on the floor. I'm going to go with the raisin. I'm going to go with the raisin. Mama says, I'm not breaking my hand or skillet on your hard head. I'm not Steph. Steph was a friend of ours who decided one night she got pissed off at me because I told her without thinking about it, hey, your dog had died, and they said they couldn't bring it back to life. And she went and punched me as hard as she could in the face, all full force, come off of freaking 2 steps and punched me in the face and broke her hand. Well, that's what happened when a dummy's hand hits a dummy's head. A dummy's head is pretty thick, or jaw. And that little 130-pound woman curled up in a ball with a broken hand because she punched me because she was angry at me because her dog died and I didn't raise the damn dog, she did. And the vet told her it was going to happen. It had some kind of worm disease or something when she got it. It wasn't my fault. But poor lady broke her hand on me. Unfortunately for her, she kept coming back because I had to do her like multiple times afterwards. Yeah. Multiple times. She couldn't get enough old Slabby. Mama put an end to it, though. Damn it. Her and her damn cookies. We are in central Pennsylvania. We are in the mountains. Most of what we have around us is, well, where we're at, we have a lot of woods around us. We don't have like big cities. I guess you could call State College a big city or Altoona a big city. But we have a lot of woods in between us, and I spend a lot of time in the woods. We do another type of research that a lot of you wouldn't understand, so we're not going to talk about that research. I guess you'll find out that kind of research in the future, especially if you're ever bad to anyone in the woods. You'll find out the hard way. But I mean, yeah, we do. We're here, central Pennsylvania. Wild mushroom pickers, bottle diggers, and yeah, I don't know how to put it. We do stuff. News now, Tammy Linlin. Hello. Pittsburgh is about 2.5 hours from us, actually, Mama. About 2.5 hours. Not 4 hours. Philadelphia is closer to 4 hours away. Where I was on the naval base for a few years, down in Philadelphia. As I know because of the drive that it took to get here. Kim Pribble, I went to State College, pretty area. Do you think so? I think State College is a beautiful area between mid-June into the end of July, beginning of August, when all those little hot girls are running around with hardly anything on that campus. But I didn't say that. Don't tell Mama I said that. But I can tell you one thing. Mama gets pretty lucky those weeks, those months. Mama gets lucky all the time. What am I saying? Damn it. Mama heard me. Shit. Mama, that was Bubbles talking. It was. It wasn't me. Bubbles was... I was saying stuff in sign language and stuff, Mama. And Bouncer Slab was reading my sign language, and I caught him in trouble because I'm the ultimate troll. I got you. Fuck. You want my dick? I met your friend earlier. Wasn't it Wilma? Will my vagina hurt? Or will my vagina break? Will my vagina break? Yeah, will my vagina break if it's played with too hard or something? I saw that account earlier today. People blamed it on me, but you know I'm not talented enough to make a account called Will My Vagina Break, right? I'm pretty sure I couldn't find one. Let me see. I don't think there is a Wilma Vagina Break on my channel, but I'll check. I want to be honest. I want to put this out there. I don't want to mess with nobody. I want you to know if I have an account named Will My Vagina Break, and I know it sounds sad, almost as Wilma Dickfit. Well, see, Wilma Dickfit is the reason Will My Vagina Break came up, I think, but I'm having issues here. It says 100%. I don't know. You're not getting an American wife. You won my dick. You're also not getting a wrench. I'm leaving you out there for my mods to play with in case you get out of control, because I watched what you did earlier today. There's a turd gobbler. That's a picture of a toilet. What the hell is that? There is an account there that's kind of odd to me. I don't know if it's going to show. We'll find out. I just found this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not kidding. I must be insane because this stuff just shows up. There's Wilma Vagina Break. Hello, everyone. I told you that one wasn't me. Well, I guess it's on my other device. You're a nice Korean man. Nobody likes 2 or 2.5 inches. Okay, I'm not like giving your Korean heritage any credit because you actually have small penises in your country. All right. I don't even know how your women deal with you. Your women need to come and see Slabby. Slabby will fix them all. I'll fix them all in one day. The whole country, one day. And you'll actually have intelligence and you won't think about your small penises. Lonesome Knots Eye. Yeah. Wilma Vagina Slab is terrible. You know what? I'm going to have to make you a mod, Wilma Vagina Break, to protect you from that damn you want a my deek. You got to be protected, okay? I don't know where that shit came from. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The Wilma Vagina Break thing was out of hand. It wasn't necessary, okay? It didn't need to be on my channel. I did make it a mod to protect it because it's kind of a cute name because I seen Wilma Dickfit earlier, and Wilma is a good name, I guess. I don't know. What do you do, you know? Let's see. Wilma is an American goddess. Okay, Slab is terrible, yeah. Turd Gobbler. It looks like a damn toilet. Turd Gobbler. Jeez. What kind of names are you guys coming up with here? You got some good trolls going on. I like those trolls. I like trolls that do that. Show me more, man. Show me what you got. Show me some power, man. Don't make me sit here and troll my own damn channel. What the hell? Y'all motherfuckers should be able to be putting all kinds of shit out there. Remember, there ain't really many rules here. Just no racism, no pedo, and no hate speech. Hmm. 99%, that son of a bitch don't need plugged in. Maybe this one does. There, we plugged that one in. It's probably not charging, no. A different record, it's a charger. So anyway, everyone, you wasted a whole bunch of time with me tonight. I'm sorry I made you waste your time. I was pretty mellowed, and I was going to go off about certain things, like certain things. We're going to save them. But I did find one thing out that just because a woman has red hair on her head don't mean she's got red curtains. Sometimes she might be on the you might be eating yourself something that you don't want to eat. Wait a minute. What? What? I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman. I'm a Chef Slabby troll. You ain't gonna earn your red wings on me. Bah! Nasty bastard. Wow. No, I'm not gonna talk about this. News not time. It's okay, Bouncer. You can call me a Toto eating asshole. I'm not gonna call anyone an asshole. Because, well, okay, I'll call everyone an asshole. Because we all have one, and as we get older, they all get bigger. Let's see what's going on.
Hello, everyone. We finally got rid of the sauerkraut that we had from New Year's tonight, and I want you to know something. My bear squatch is feeling so much better because I got rid of all that sauerkraut. It was supposed to pass on my backside. It passed on my front side. I felt like that Cabbage Patch Kid recall back in the 80s where all the Cabbage Patch Girl dolls had that sauerkraut crotch thing going on, and they recalled the dolls. But I'm a bear. I'm a bear squatch. I'm not a Cabbage Patch Kid girl from the 80s. I didn't have a sauerkraut crotch. What's wrong with this picture?
What's wrong with this picture? You see, if you were a Cabbage Patch Kid girl doll and you were in the recall back in 1981, that means you had a sauerkraut crotch and they had to remove you from the shelf because you were stinking the toy aisle up. And children like to smell candy and stuff, not sauerkraut. And that's why you got removed from the doll shelf and stuff. You were later replaced with the Streetwalker Barbie doll and the Suck Me Silly Sally blow up doll, and that made Happy Potato out of Bubbles. I'm a Happy Potato.
I don't know what Bubble was trying to say. Bubbles is crazy. I just think y'all should just keep continuing to follow the eagle. Yes, follow the eagle. The eagle knows. That eagle knows something. I don't know what it is, but that eagle knows.
That eagle knows something. That eagle knows how to drink energy drink and his lineage, where his great uncle is, in the bottom of the Arizona. That's our eagle.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to go any further with that one. Bye.
Well, you know, those characters get out of control sometimes. Nothing I can do about it. I don't have any control over them, okay? They're characters. They're not real things. They're real things, but they're not real personalities. They're just wannabe personalities, and don't worry, I don't even have a cat, okay? I don't have a cat. But I got purring and my nose is itchy. I don't know. We'll figure that one out later. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I'm going to have a drink of this energy drink we were talking about earlier. So before I go, I want to know if anyone has any comments, questions, anything that I can answer. If you need me to, sir, how do I put this? Would you like me to solve the world's problems? Okay. Ask me a question about anything. Anything on your mind. Anything. See what we can do. Let's find out if Slabby is who Slabby says he is. Ask me a question. Come on. Ask me a question. Let's find out if this head in a jar is just bouncing around for no reason. Or is he? I'm going to give you a suggestion on anything you ask, so go ahead. Anyone? I'm not seeing anyone asking questions. Why do I have a 3-incher and not a 7-incher? Tammy Lin. The reason you have a 3-incher and not a 7-incher is because it's soft right now. It will multiply by 2, and if you put toothpaste on it, you'll add an extra inch. Does that help? Colgate toothpaste, by the way, the white stuff. Don't put colored toothpaste on it or it'll shrink. Any other questions? Oh, by the way, I would expect you to try that because it actually works. Well, I know it was very helpful. It works for me. Holy hell. I went from fucking 8 inches to 9. Jamhouse, I know you're questionable about that, but it actually works. Not to mention it makes her breath minty fresh. So, good idea all around. Why kiss something that smells stank when you can kiss something that smells like mint? Okay? Why is blue and not green? Well, I'm not most certain who chose the colors or the color schemes or the words for colors back in the day, but I'm comfortable with them because that is what we were taught to know. Green is green, blue is blue, red is red. But blood can both be red, well, more than both, can be multiple colors, red, blue, purple, and if infected, green. So does that make blood red? Does that make the red blood a definite? No. So it's a stupid question. But let's go on. Why is ice ice? Why is ice not hard water? To me, ice is hard water. It's not ice, it's hard water. I mean, I can put my winger in a little bottle of water and well, okay, now we just gave away the size of my winger. But I put it in water, but I can't put it in an ice cube. Why is that? Okay, so it's hard water. The deoxygen, if you don't have oxygen in your blood, it's going to be a little bit blue, mama. That's why your eyes bulge from your head, okay? You puff so damn hard. You just puff so damn hard. You make those eyes bulge. Yeah, I heard you, mama. You said you could say something to that. Say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. I dare you. Go ahead. You want to be trolled by the troll? You want to be trolled by the professor? Go ahead. Why do farts stink? Why the hell do you think farts stink? Do you not try to take a second whiff and try to figure out what the hell that person ate? You didn't tell me farts stink? Is that like scratching your privates and smelling your fingers? Do you think that stinks? Well, if you do, why do you keep smelling it? So evidently they don't. They don't stink. And either scratching your privates or smelling your fingers, because you wouldn't smell them more than once if it stunk. And if you are smelling them more than once, you're a sick fuck. So farts don't stink unless it's an elevator. Yeah, it messes the sinuses and stuff. Why do cops shoot for scratching balls? Because they ain't got no balls. They're jealous. Of course they're going to shoot you if you're scratching your nuts. They don't have no balls. They're jealous. They're going to shoot somebody for it. I mean, holy shit. If someone got something you ain't got, aren't you going to be a little jealous? You know, like a boat or a motorhome or something. Aren't you going to be a little pissed off? Well, when they cops see you scratching your nuts and they ain't got no balls, because you know cops are little chicken shit little motherfuckers. They ain't got no balls. They're going to shoot you. Any other questions? I can pretty much answer anything. It don't matter. You know, I don't care what you ask me. Ask away. As long as the Google moderators don't hit you, you can ask whatever you want. You may or may not like the answer, but I'm going to tell you what, the answer is going to become very apparent, and it's going to be honest. No, Mama, I'm not Mr. Know-It-All. I'm Mr. Know Every fucking thing. Hen Kid, good evening, and how are you tonight? It's nice to see you. I hope everything is well. I hope that dripping thing you had on your penis is gone. Everything's good. Okay. I have not seen any elderberries for a while. No, I haven't, honestly. They sort of disappeared. I think it's a pollination thing. I think they actually need to be pollinated by bees. I have not seen any elderberries. I haven't seen any gooseberries either, if you'd like to know. Metalhead. We're going to get you here. Okay, Metalhead, you're safe. My channel's a bit random, Metalhead, so if something comes up and you're not sure about it, just say fuck it. It don't matter. You're allowed. I'm not going to remove you unless you get into hate speech, racism, or pedo shit, okay? Why did they call the clap the clap? Well, the reason for that was it had to do with a boatswain mate and a captain of a ship. The captain was giving the boatswain mate a whole bunch of shit. And the boatswain mate knew the captain was a little funny and liked the boatswain mate. So the boatswain mate went out on shore leave, visited a lady of the night, got the clap and a few other things, and went back and finally bent down to his master, the captain, and gave the captain the clap. And the boatswain mate clapped and was happy. End of story. The end. Yes, Roundup is a chemical that is killing a lot of bees. But so are the emissions of burning fuels. Specifically, gasoline is very, very toxic to the bees. And the other thing is the various sprays they use to control certain funguses and stuff that they spray on gardens. They're all dangerous to the bees. Because what prevents fungus on a plant can create fungus on a bee. And it has to do with the exoskeleton and the fuzzy surface of the bee. Kim Pribble, you know, I don't know. Honestly, there's a lot more things than just that killing the bees, if you want to know. The chemtrails in the air, which don't exist. Remember, they don't exist. When you look up in the sky and you see these lines crossing and looking like a chessboard in the sky, that's your fucking imagination. It doesn't exist. But I want you to know something. Working in avionics on an aircraft carrier and learning what burns and what doesn't burn, when the jets would take off, you'd see a short stream and it would disappear. That was water vapor. The substances that are not disappearing are silver iodides and other chemicals. The silver iodides help to, I guess, create rain. The other chemicals, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do, but I know one thing. For 3 months in the fall, we have yellow boots, and it ain't just fucking pollen, okay? It's stuff that's going into the air. So what they're trying to do in reality, they don't want you to know this, okay? And I didn't tell you this. So here's something you're going to hear here first. The sun and the earth have been getting closer, according to NASA, but that's not real. That's not true. The fact is they've broken through the atmosphere and the ionosphere so many times that the protection of our planet's natural protection is dwindling. So they have to put chemicals in the air to prevent us from becoming beef jerky the moment we walk outside, because the sun rays are getting hotter. And if you're like me, you'll notice that. You put your arm outside your window and the sun's beating down, it feels like you are being burnt by a microwave. So they are putting chemicals in the air to prevent us from being baked. And it's really not to prevent us from being baked, it's to prevent them from being baked when they're out, or their family members. But unfortunately, they have to do it for everyone until they can figure out another way to get rid of us. But there's your answer. You'll have to rewatch this to get it all. Okay. Yes, Jamhouse, the UV readings are incredibly high compared to what they were in the 90s. And in the 80s, they were much lower, even after the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980. Now, the reason they went so low in 1980 was because of all the ash spewed into the atmosphere by Mount St. Helens. But after that, everything evened out. By 1991, 92, we were living the perfect world, but we were getting strange weather. We were getting, weather where you're 60 degrees, you could fish in open water, and then all of a sudden you were freezing at minus 30. But that was typical weather. That was Earth weather. But they do add certain chemicals to the air to prevent, it's like putting SPF in the air, okay? It's to prevent everything from being baked. But if any of you have been smart enough to pay attention, the bubbling on your vehicle, around your paints and stuff, or your neighbor's vehicle, maybe not so much the new vehicles as it is the old vehicles, you'll notice there's a lot of sunburn, skin peeling on the vehicle. That's because of the chemicals they're putting in to prevent that from happening, but they can't stop direct sunlight. Nobody can stop direct. We're a tiny little planet, man. I shouldn't probably say any much more about that part because I was given a warning. But I will say that chemtrails are real. Regardless of what anyone is reporting on the mainstream media, chemtrails are real, and they are put there supposedly to help mankind, being themselves, not us, okay? We are nobody. We are just the bugs under the rug. But they must protect themselves and their family from being cooked by the sun. And that's why the sun is so much brighter now, and why certain sunglasses that you wore before don't work now. It's not because the lenses got old. It's because the sun has gotten brighter. The UV rays are hitting the earth harder. And that's why a lot of grass burns off 2 days after a rain. The sunlight is just too powerful now. Something else to think about, okay? Every time you send a spaceship, satellite, anything out into space, and you break through the atmosphere, and you hit the ionosphere, it releases gases, just like the ozone layer, into space. It could take thousands of years for the Earth to replenish them. So they are trying to replenish them themselves, and they don't want you to know what they're doing, okay? I'm waiting for someone to come from behind my curtain and just shoot me right in the back of the fucking head. Okay. There's more than one hole in the atmosphere, Mama. There are probably thousands of holes in the atmosphere. And they're constantly trying to put a Band-Aid over them, but eventually the Band-Aid is not going to work. One day you're going to walk out on a nice summer day, heading to the beach, and you're going to turn into a fucking French fry. Just an opinion, okay? Just from what I saw. What do I know? I'm just a head in a jar.
Meaningless head in a jar. Gonna have some more energy drinking vodka, though. I'm gonna mix it with brain tea.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've been on for an hour and a half. You've heard enough of my stupidity. My numbers aren't exactly going up, so I haven't really attracted any new people. I might come up with an idea. I was personally thinking of starting to travel the country. I was thinking of starting visiting across the country and videoing and recording the sounds in public restrooms. I want to share the sounds of public restrooms and the things people say when they're pushing out that almighty turd. I want to do that. Nobody else is doing it, and I hope someone else will do it so I don't have to do it because it'll save me some money. So there you go. There's the idea for 2020. Scour the country. Go to Walmart. Go to Target. Go wherever. Field and Stream. Well, they don't exist anymore. But go wherever. Go to a restaurant and record people taking poops and the sounds they make in the bathroom. You know, I'm sure you're going to hear a few of, God, I don't know how that big thing came out of there. My cellmate wasn't that big. Or stuff like that. I mean, you know, or and the facial expressions. If we can get some of the facial expressions on camera with permission, we'll be okay. As long as we cover up the nut sacks and the cooters, we'll be good. So that's where this is going to go. If you don't agree, press 1. If you agree with bathroom sounds, facial expressions, covering the cooters and the nuts, press 2. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for listening. You didn't have to. None of this made any sense anyway, unless you watch it again. Then you'll realize that, hey, I left a message in there because I always leave a message in my videos. Spartacus 1775, it is not illegal to video in bathrooms as long as you are not pointing your camera at anyone but yourself. You can record any sound you want. Just letting you know that. Checked fully in every state except one, which is Hawaii, where I guess you're allowed to record them if you want to, visually and audibly. No big deal, okay? New York is getting a little strange with that, though. New York is getting strange, and California, 2 of the states are getting a little strange with that. But we'll get into that later, okay? But that's good information. Yes, be careful. Always be careful. Spartacus 1775, I think you're a fucking dickhead, so I made you a moderator, just so you know. And yeah, I said that on my channel. It's my channel. I'll do what the fuck I want. And then when I make it fucking for adults only over 18, I make it for adults over 18, okay? But it's not for children, so you're safe. So say what you want. All right, everyone. I'm going to go. I'm sorry I wasted so much of your time. This is going to be like an hour and a half of your life that is totally wasted. But I would expect some of you to be intelligent enough to go back and watch the stream again. So other than just the comments you're making on the chat, you see and hear what I'm saying, and you see the expressions I'm making, and you can read me now. It's important. Pay attention. Pay attention very carefully. Things are about to get strange very soon. Have a good night, everyone. If you rub it, pull it, or stick it more than twice, you're playing with it.
Wow, I'm actually live. I didn't realize I was live. I thought I was talking about myself to myself. This isn't a mirror. This is a damn camera phone. I'm pissed off now.
I don't want to catch any hearing aids, Ron. Okay? So, if you have hearing aids, Ron, you need to leave my chat. There's nobody allowed here with hearing aids. I'm just kidding. As long as it's not a communicable disease. If you have a communicable disease that you can give away on live chat, you need to go now. Okay? There are antibiotics for that. Okay? And even if you're doing a police officer's mom, he pulls you over and asks where you're going in such a hurry, and you say antibiotics, you can beat it in court. Even on disorderly, I found that out. I did it. I said I was going to get antibiotics because your mom gave me another STD, and I won the case. Ron, I didn't mean to single you out. Yes, I did. We good. Everyone have a good night. Thank you for showing up. Catch is CATCH, by the way. Catch is a different story. Much different story. Catch is like the street term for, do I want to play with that woman and catch that? Or do I want to play with that woman and catch something I can't get rid of? But she's hotter, so maybe I want to catch something I can't get rid of because she is hot. The other one's just fat and ugly. Or whatever. No disrespect towards women. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night, everyone. Don't forget to come back when we have another stream. If Bouncer Slab doesn't get killed by someone more intelligent than him, bye.
I don't even have a clue where that came from.